welcome back to our living room. If you got to watch the first video, great. If you didn't, then this video might be a little bit more confusing, but not completely. We're going to do a little bit of continuation. And yes, for us, this is only a few minutes. For you guys, this will be a lot longer. We're going to talk about what our
What do you mean by
future.
that?
It means these videos are not going to be posted back to back.
Okay, that's what he means.
So, we're going to be talking about what we want to do in our future, what our goals and dreams are, and what we feel that God has laid on our hearts for the future, at least the current vision that we have. That might completely change. You might be like, nope, that's not the direction I actually want you to go. It's going to look completely different. But as of right now, this is what we're working towards. So our eventual goal on a big idea is to have a camp. So to run a camp with like focus in leadership development, mentorship, and life skills. That's the broad scope of it in the future. So some of the more fine details is right now I'm doing maintenance work, and we're both mentoring, like trying to grow with our peers and people that are younger than us, and mentorship and learning and gaining wisdom for those that are older and wiser than we are.
Yeah, I was gonna say seeking our own mentors.
Yeah, seeking our own mentors, growing in the skills that we need, or hopefully we need, for our future endeavor of having this camp. Our goal right now is to, at some point, move on to an existing camp and get more like administrative experience, how to run things, so that we just have a better idea of what we're getting into. I have worked at camps I think I worked for like 3 years, 4 years at different camps, and went to summer camp and that kind of thing. So I have a little bit of experience. She has never been to camp nor worked on a camp.
I have friends. I have
But you
some
have
friends
friends.
that actually run camps.
But she has
and
friends
I
that
have
run
siblings
camps.
that have gone and worked at camps. I have other friends that have gone and worked at camps.
Yeah. So she has been around it a little bit.
From all of my outside sources, it sounds good.
Yeah. So that's the big goal. The target age group that we're looking at is upper high school, beginning of college age. And the hope is to make the main thrust of the program like a gap year style program where they get to come if they don't necessarily want to go to college, don't know if they want to go, just need some time to just figure out what they're doing in life and learn stuff.
And our primary reason for that age is because that is a very defining time in your life when you're going from childhood to adulthood. And a lot of things can be very tricky at that point. You have a lot of, especially like teenagers, that are surrounded by people that are going, grow up, behave like an adult, but they've never been an adult before and they don't know how that looks. So they're trying to, become adults,
Yeah.
but then at the same time, they're also being treated like children still. And so it can be
Yeah.
a very challenging time for them. And they're also having to deal with like hormones and, actually having to make decisions for themselves. And
Yeah.
it's a very challenging time. So it's awesome if we could help them have the tools they need to be able to go and tackle their life and feel confident, feel like they have a foundation and a good plan.
Yep.
And the proper skills to tackle the problems that they'll encounter.
Yep, exactly. So that growing up hasn't happened yet, that maturing, regardless of if, they have hard family life situations, if, maybe they haven't really had parents that are around that much. But you know, you're still in high school, you're still a teenager. Majority of people don't really grow up until they leave home completely or get slapped around by the world a little bit. And we want to have a place that does that, like to not slap them around. But
No, slap them around.
we're not going to slap them around, but a place that trains them and grows them and matures.
So they're not slapped
So they're
around.
not slapped around, and they can just take it and roll with the waves, and don't have to learn the hard lessons the hard way as much. Not a foolproof plan, but and then also have some sort of summer camp-ish program during the summer. We haven't worked out all of those things yet, where the people that have stayed through the program in the winter for the gap year program can stay on and work. It'd be like one full year program. So they come in, do their school style stuff.
They're learning.
They're learning.
Not traditional school.
Yeah, not traditional school at all. Do their learning and growing and maturing, and then they get to go into the camp season and work that.
Mm-hmm.
So that way they get leadership experience. They get to really practice the stuff that they've been learning. They get to help facilitate stuff and just grow in people and development and get away from more of their age group and have to deal with group leaders and deal with young kids and broaden their horizons a little bit.
And the kids that would still be in high school,
yeah,
and like obviously can't come to the whole year program, that's probably when they would be able to come, is in summer.
Yeah.
And then be able to still take advantage of those programs that we would have.
Right.
It would be a shorter season, but if it's something that they're like, oh, I did that for 2 summers, I loved it, I want to learn more, then they can come after high school and come for like a full year program or whatever.
Yep.
And so we also really want it to be able to be specific to each person. So we're not going to just like, oh, here's the laid out program, everybody just go through this program. You know, we want to make it specific and individual to each person. And you know what they've already learned, we don't need to waste time on that. Let's move on to the next thing, and let's make this, you know, help you specifically grow.
Yeah. So going into that, some of the programs we're going to have, or at least that we're planning on right now, is there'll be basic ones that like everybody will do. So like martial arts, Bible study times.
There'll probably be a women's study and a
Women's study, men's study. There'll be a life skills class that no matter, I mean, you could be the best cook, but you're still going to take the cooking class and maybe you'll have to teach. You don't know. But there'll be just a basic skills class where you'll learn just cooking, cleaning, laundry.
I have been blown away at the amount of high schoolers and even adults like that I have had to work with in previous jobs that didn't know the first thing about cleaning. Like I've had some of them literally tell me, I've never washed a dish in my life. And that blows my mind that this is just not something that everybody knows how to do. They don't know how, it's disabling them, so they don't know how to keep their own homes one day.
Yeah.
Regardless if you're a working person or not.
Yeah.
You don't even know how to keep your own home.
Yep. How to change a light bulb. Hopefully you can figure that one out. But, you know, you never know. Basic wiring stuff, basic,
Yeah,
you know,
and this isn't
plumbing.
to say that people are stupid. Not
no.
by any means. This is just, it's stuff that's just not taught.
Yeah, it's
and
not
so
taught. You
we
don't
want
learn.
to provide an opportunity for them to be able to be taught, you know, basic life skills.
Exactly. Hopefully if we get people, or I grow my skills in it, as just outdoor, maybe basic hunting and gathering and stuff like that. That'll just be like, this could be something you really take to, or it could be something like, if you need it, you have the ability to do it. So that's kind of some of the basic core programs that we're going to have.
We have different people in our lives right now that we'd really like to see be able to come onto this camp and help out with that. And they have different skills than what we have, and they would be able to more adequately teach on those things that they are very blessed in, and provide different services and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, obviously, it's all going to be nonprofit. So, I don't know if we're going to, like, just try to get volunteers or donations or something like that when we want to get it started and such, but hopefully the Lord will make that clear when that time comes.
How that's going to go. Yeah. I would love for there to be, I'm obviously going to try to do a woodworking program. And just, 36 holes of disc golf.
A little bit much.
A little much. That's only 2 full courses.
A little bit much.
It's only 2 full courses. Anyway. Yeah, just stuff like that. We can go ahead and just talk about the place that we want to have there. So we want to, as kind of the central-ish part of this, is we want to, is to build our home kind of in the central area with like living quarters downstairs style, right?
Yeah, I don't think it would be 2-story.
No? Okay. I don't know.
I don't know.
You just said downstairs before, so.
I meant main floor. I should have said main floor.
Okay.
Because I was thinking about a basement.
Yeah.
But I wasn't necessarily thinking about a second level.
I was thinking about basement is when I said that. But,
okay.
That'll be like living quarters and things of that nature. And then upstairs will be like a big open floor plan with a big kitchen, central like seating. It's all gonna, our hope is that it's all gonna be a log home, wood home. And we're gonna have a craft or a what's it called? Girls' room? I don't know. Girls' room.
My art room.
Her art room, for all of her crafts and art and all of that in there.
All my photography stuff and.
Yep. And then I'm going to have a man cave with all of my stuffs, martial arts and disc golf. And
I feel like there's got to be a more clever name for mine than just art room.
Yeah, there needs to be. And then a big woodworking area off the side of the house. Hopefully connected would be nice.
I was always imagining it connected to your man cave.
That's what I was imagining too. Just a separate door through the man cave.
Which means I need to have a studio room, right?
Yeah, studio room. Yeah,
room.
Exactly. So that's kind of the hope. Who knows if I'll get all of that, but
but the open floor plan that you were talking about, like the main living area on the main floor.
Yeah.
That we want it to be kind of a very like community-like room.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a massive room that incorporates the kitchen, the dining room, the living room.
Yep.
Probably a laundry room as well. And it's not going to look like their own separate corners. It's going to all be intermingled and mixed together.
Yeah.
So you might even have like literally areas of what would be normally a kitchen, just kind of all throughout wherever it makes sense to have that section. So I imagine like a coffee bar more closer to like the seating areas, and we'll have seating all around. And we don't want to have just one dining room table. We want to actually have like trays or something like that for everybody at the couches and stuff. So it just feels like, a very cozy, homey, like this is where you chill and this is where you eat and this is where you do life and this is where you have community and all of that, instead of it feeling like there's separate segmented areas for different things.
I have a very similar vision for the man cave, where it would be like for guys. These are mostly like for the people that are going to be working on the camp and for the students. as well, that they can come, and that's the community part of it, and also for the man cave to have like some seating and stuff in there for guys to go and just relax and talk about guy stuff and do, you know, darts and practice their disc golf putting or whatever, you know. That's just part of that, just community and life in there for guys. And I don't know if you had the same vision for your art room or not, but
yeah,
that's
pretty
kind of
much.
it's kind of what I was envisioning. So
And then the basement part where he said it was going to be like sleeping arrangements. I mean, there's probably going to be that for us as well, but
well, yeah, we'll have a bedroom somewhere.
there would be, the hope is that there would be basically like little apartment type things, type rooms, but it would look probably a little bit more like a tiny house, but just in the basement, and that's where like it would be different ones, and so it would be for living on site for staff, and so we'd like to have other buildings that have that for staff and stuff like that, but
and students.
no, they don't need a place to stay.
No, they just get to sleep outside on the porch. Okay. I don't think we'll get very many people if we do that.
Theirs might look a little different than a tiny house, but
yeah, more apartment style most likely.
yeah, probably.
But that's kind of the envision right now that we have.
Again, if you have questions about that, or
Yes.
there's something that you're interested in being a part of, absolutely feel free to reach out to us.
Yes, for sure. We're always happy and willing to talk about it. And yeah, like we said before, like these are our dreams and goals, and we have no idea if God's gonna let us go that way or not. I mean,
Right now, it seems like God is laying the groundwork for
Yeah.
that. Like, you are learning to be a martial arts instructor. We're both learning different mentoring roles,
Yep.
Teaching roles, and we're trying to display good lifestyle habits as a good example for others and such. So
Yeah.
it does seem like God is teaching us a lot of things right now that would aid to that.
Yep.
So Lord willing.
Lord, and you know, Christ might come back before we ever get there. Yeah. Who knows, right? Yeah. So yeah, reach out if you have any questions, like what Juliet said. We're interested in more. But for now, have a good day. Reach for those goals. Don't forget to build the groundwork and train where you're at.
Yeah, live in the season that you're in.
If you have to work, if you're working a job that you don't like so that you can pay the bills, that's okay. But try to learn something to get to a goal that you want to do. Your job doesn't have to be all of your life. Do something that will grow you to the future. Have a really good day.